I gotta tell you, man, these lawyers are very good. Now, I'm not saying that the lawyers are bad people, but I gotta admit, man, I think everyone has a right to a good lawyer. I think, right? If you're one of those people who has a good lawyer, you're one of the lucky ones. But I'm not saying what they did was correct. I don't think what they did was right. But shame on the judge who let this man go free. Now, what's going on? Well, with the whole situation with COVID, a lot of states are releasing criminals into the streets. My state of California is no different than that of Virginia. Now, recently, I think it was like around last month, my governor allowed for the release of a pedophile to be released into California. Apparently, from what I know, I stopped following the story because, to some degree, I just lost faith in my state. But I'll continue to look up on this guy. But from the last time I checked, this man was a known pedophile. He knowingly had tendencies to fantasize about children. He had fantasies of doing very horrible things to children, including things that I'm not going to mention. But I'm going to mention he did say things such as killing children. I think it's very disturbing. But the worst part is, my governor did not mandate that this person be required to register as a sex offender. Now, usually, in terms of depending on the state, usually if you are a sex offender, you're required to make that information public in the area that you live in. Well, this man was apparently under the radar, and from the last time I checked, this man was in Corona in that area. I don't know if he's still there. He could be in a different place now. But that's what the state of California is doing when it comes to convicts. Like I said, maybe we're saying that, well, if people, if you are knowingly exposing these, endangering these people in terms of a disease, that's considered a cruel and unusual punishment. We gotta draw the line at some point, right? We gotta draw the line. Now, for me, for a case, like I said, if anything, I think that if you're gonna release prisoners, release the ones that have non-violent offenses, such as, like, say, I don't know, credit fraud or something like that, right? The people that are not gonna hurt other people when they are released. And you're talking about releasing murderers or rapists or pedophiles into society again. I'm sorry, but no. They took away someone else's rights. They deprived someone else's rights. I don't care. I don't care if it's cruel and unusual. What they did to the person was cruel and unusual. I think it's an eye for an eye. Like I said, you can say, "Well, Carlos, revenge isn't the answer." I don't care. I'm that kind of person. You deprive someone of their rights. At that point, you should have your rights taken away entirely. Like I said, we need to draw the line. I'm perfectly fine with letting people out if they have non-violent offenses, just like, I don't know, let's say credit fraud, right? They do something like that, or insurance fraud for that matter, something like that. But if you're gonna be releasing murderers, rapists, pedophiles back into society because of COVID, I'm sorry, but at that point, you've lost my support. You have, like, really. Why are we releasing people into the streets? Oh, because we don't want them to catch COVID. Yeah, do you really think they're gonna follow the law once they get out? No. They're gonna look at it and say, I can break the law and I can get released early because of COVID. He's gonna be doing the same thing. And in this case, it's literally what people have been saying all along. Apparently, this individual, a rape suspect for that matter, allegedly killed his accuser after being released from jail due to the coronavirus. I said allegedly. This is all allegedly. But again, do you really believe that this man did it? I think he did. I really think he did. Again, he's still alive. He tried to kill himself, which he failed at miserably. The guy's in critical condition from what I know. But again, it goes to show you how many of these states are just full of it. Many leaders in these states are full of it, and they're saying that they're going to release criminals, violent offenders, because of COVID. I'm sorry, but dude, you have lost me on this COVID thing. If masks are really effective, why don't you just give these prisoners masks? Why am I being forced to wear a mask? Why am I being threatened with jail time or even then a fine because I do not want to wear a mask? If these masks really work, you wouldn't be taking you would not be releasing prisoners into the streets. You would be giving them masks and telling them, "Here's your mask. You're not getting released." That's the thing that pissed me off. But again, I'm not surprised this happened. Like I said, it says allegedly. But I don't think it's allegedly. Come on, really? For some reason, this guy gets accused of raping someone, right? And again, I believe it because the guy has a very bad record. Again, this guy has a very bad record, so I believe it. This man who raped his girlfriend, for that matter, suddenly gets released, and suddenly his accuser gets shot and killed. And next thing you know, he shoots himself during a pursuit. You mean to tell me this guy is innocent of not killing his former partner? I'm sorry, but I don't buy it. Enough with the allegedly stuff. I think that, if anything, I think it's obvious. But that's what happens with these states. They're saying, "Oh, we cannot have these prisoners in our prisons. They could catch COVID." I'm sorry, dude, but if you're a rapist, I don't give a damn. I really don't care. I don't care if you die. If anything, if you were a rapist, hell, I'm not gonna wait for the judge to give you the order. I'll personally go up to you myself, and I will personally kill you myself. And yeah, I get it. You two might get mad at me for this, but I don't care. I have no sympathy for pedophiles. I have no sympathy for rapists. I have no sympathy for murderers. I don't. I really don't have sympathy for those people. You're depriving someone else of their rights. I'm sorry, but I have no sympathy for you. If anything, I would personally do the job myself, but unfortunately, that's illegal because it's called vigilantism. But again, that's just my opinion. Let's see what's going on, shall we? Virginia rape suspect allegedly killed his accuser after being released from jail due to coronavirus. A man charged with rape is now accused of murdering his accuser after he was released from prison over coronavirus concerns, the Washington Post reports. Ibrahim Bouachi, I think you pronounce it, was indicted last year on charges that included rape, sodomy, strangulation, and abduction, and was jailed without bond in Alexandria, Virginia. He had been accused of rape by Carla Dominguez last October, and she testified about the crime in December. Yep, that's the person that they released from prison. Yeah. Someone who's a rapist, someone who kidnaps people. Yeah. Let's release this guy to the public. Because I'm pretty sure this guy's going to follow the law. Now, I'm pretty sure he's learned his lesson. No, I'm sorry, man. Some people, they're just irredeemable. I'm sorry. I know, get it. Some people are religious out there. I'm not the most religious person out there. I did try to go to church in the beginning of the year, but I just stopped going because the government didn't tell me to. But I'm the kind of person who's seen the worst of people. And I myself am a firm believer that some people are just irredeemable. I don't care what your religious beliefs are. I know some of you might say, well, Carlos, some people can still repent for their sins. They still have some redeemable qualities. I'm sorry, but I'm not that kind of person. I've seen the nastiness of many of these people. I grew up in where I live. When I was a kid, it was a very, very bad place. Gang violence, killings, it's insane. I've seen the nastiest things in this world. I do not have that optimism in terms of redeemability. I don't. I do not think everyone is redeemable. I'm sorry, man, but I do not view it that way. But again, that's what Virginia wanted. Release this criminal into the streets, and let's hope that he doesn't do anything bad. Well, he just did it. Allegedly, of course, but again, do we really want to use the term allegedly? I mean, the guy clearly did it. I mean, or else why would he be running away from the cops? Why would he try to off himself if he wasn't the one who killed Carla Dominguez? I don't know, man. But again, allegedly, yeah, shove it, the hell, shove it. But in April, Boachi's lawyers argued that the novel coronavirus put him and other inmates in danger, and a circuit court judge allowed for his release on $24,000 bond on the condition he stay confined to his Maryland home, except for meeting with his lawyers or trial officials. Wow. Like I said, I don't blame these lawyers though. These lawyers are good. I must tell you that they are good lawyers in terms of literally, literally scheming their way to releasing a convict, a very dangerous man, to the streets. I say, man, good lawyers, very hard to come by. I gotta admit, they did a good job in actually convincing this idiotic judge to release a criminal, a dangerous one, mind you, back into the streets. So I don't blame the lawyers. I blame the judge. The judge could have simply said, "Nope, I'm not going to do that. This man, apparently he's being charged with very, very bad things. I'm not going to let this man back into my community." But again, this judge was idiotic, and he said, "Yes, let's release this man who raped his girlfriend, sodomized his girlfriend, kidnapped his girlfriend, and nearly strangled his girlfriend. Let's release him into the streets because I'm pretty sure he's going to follow the law this time." What an idiot of a judge! I want to know. I want to know this judge's name. I really want to know the judge's name because this judge is an idiot for that matter. According to the Post, police say the 33-year-old returned to Alexandria on July 29th and shot and killed Dominguez outside of her apartment. He remained missing until Wednesday when he was spotted by police and engaged in a vehicle pursuit, resulting in a car crash. As police went to arrest Boachi, they realized he had shot himself, and apparently is still alive. As of Thursday, Boachi remained alive but in grave condition. According to the Post, he had been charged with murder in Alexandria. Alexandria Commonwealth Attorney Brian Porter told the Post that normally those charged with violent crimes such as rape are denied bond, and because they are considered a danger, and prosecutors in the case had argued that he should not be released on bond. According to the Post, there is minimal information on Dominguez, a native of Venezuela with no family in the U.S. A GoFundMe was launched after a murder and helped cover funeral costs. You mean to tell me That even though all the prosecutor said, do not give this man a bond, do not let this man go, this judge said, I don't care, I'm going to release him because of COVID. Screw this judge. Like I said, I don't blame the lawyers. The lawyers, like I said, they're very good. They schemed. They managed to get away with this stuff. They managed to successfully release a criminal, a violent one, back into the streets. Props to them, dude. Props to them. They're very good lawyers. I wish I had lawyers like that. But this judge is an idiot. I blame the judge. I don't blame the lawyers. Like I said, you might hate me for that. But I don't blame the lawyers, dude. They just did their job. Their job is to defend this man. They did it very efficiently. I'll give props to those lawyers. But this judge is an idiot. This judge is an idiot. And this judge should literally just be banned from holding any sort of public office, dude. Imagine this guy if he decides to run for, let's say, a governorship. Imagine that. He's going to be releasing all the criminals in the prisons for that matter. But again, that's just me. That's my opinion. Boachi had another run-in with police in May after authorities responded to a hold-up alarm at a Wendy's restaurant in Prince George's County. He is accused of ramming his car into a canine officer's vehicle during the encounter and was charged with first and second-degree assault as well as driving while intoxicated, multiple traffic charges, and several other charges. He was released from jail on May 11th, but Alexandria officials were never alerted to the charges because it was a different country, as it was a different county. Had Alexandria officials been aware, Boachi would have faced having his bond revoked. Like I said, that's what happens. That is what happens when you let these politicians and these judges do whatever the hell they want. Like I said, maybe this virus, this whole pandemic is giving us something good. Many people are starting to realize that voting for your mayors, your city council members, even your governorships are just as important as the presidency and voting for the Senate and the U.S. House. Because again, I don't blame Donald Trump for many criminals walking in my streets of Santa Ana or in California for the matter. I don't blame Trump. I sure as hell don't blame Dan Crenshaw. I don't blame Ted Cruz. You know who I blame? I blame my governor and the people running this state. That's who I blame. Because Gavin Newsom has been releasing prisoners. He released a pedophile like about a month ago. He didn't even require them to register as a sex offender. Again, I'm not the kind of person who wears masks because I think it's going to protect me. But again, they lost me on the effectiveness of masks when they decided to release prisoners from prisons rather than just give them a mask. If the mask really worked, why don't you just give them to the prisoners and prevent them from going back into the streets? But again, man, you gotta draw the line. If you want to release a prisoner, release the ones that didn't kill anyone or rape anyone or have any violent offenses. Again, release those who have committed insurance fraud for that matter. Release those at least. But if you're gonna be releasing prisoners who are hurting children, who are hurting innocent people, I'm sorry, man, but I don't. But I've lost faith in the government at this point. At least my state government, for that matter. What do you guys think? Are you guys surprised that this happened? Do you believe that this suspect really did it? Or do you think it was just a mere coincidence that he was released and then all of a sudden the accuser's dead? And all of a sudden he ends up having a police chase with the cops and he tries to kill himself? Mere coincidence? Or do you really think he actually did it? I think he did it. How is your state handling these situations with prisoners? Is your state handling it like Virginia or my lovely state of California, releasing violent offenders into the streets because they don't want them to catch COVID? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, share this video, helps out a lot, and I will see you guys next time.